Good morning, Melissa and Alex. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video and to hear my thoughts on this. This video pertains to our exclusive buyer's agreement and how we might handle this in the future. I've been watching a lot of podcasts, and a lot of MLSs and agent brokers or broker owners are trying to come up with a more palatable buyer's agreement so that they can properly convey the information to their client and to make sure to get this signed as well and to make it all legal. And I've come up with what I'm going to call a pitch to you guys as something we might want to consider moving forward, because at the end of the day, the things that we want to accomplish is we want to establish our value with the client. We want to disclose all the things that we're going to do. We want to make sure that the buyer understands who's going to be paying the buyer's agent and how that's going to occur. And I put together this based on those three premises, and really I'm interested in your thoughts on it. So just to start out, this is a much abbreviated version of our Illinois Association of Realtors exclusive buyer's agreement, but it contains all the information that is within it. So moving forward, so the first page, we sit down with the buyer for the first time, and we need to establish who we are and our worth. So the first page is going to be a picture of our license. It's going to also have a clip of how long we've been in real estate, the pasting along the IDFPR website, and then our bio. Our bio is going to contain how many homes we've sold, again reflecting how long we've been in business, and whatever we may want to put into it. And then obviously if we have any designations. So that's the first step in establishing our value to the buyer as we meet with them. It's going to be quick. It's going to be sweet. If they need any further information, we can provide that at a later date. The important part of this is we incorporate this into the buyer's agreement. And the reason I say that is because, as you all know, we've never met an agent that wasn't number one. Well, we need to be able to differentiate ourselves and to actually show evidence. So what we put in this page has to be the truth and verified. So making this part of the buyer's agreement where there's signatures involved would accomplish that, because if we put some falsehoods in there and a buyer's agent signs off on this and we can't come true with our allegations, then the individual agent has a problem. So moving forward from that, I made some thoughts on the exclusive buyer's agreement. What you're going to see on this one page is basically everything that we need to do to establish who we are, who we work for, who we represent, how long we're going to represent them, if it's an automatic renewal, and the compensation, along with some boilerplate. So we're gonna inform them that we work for Century 21 Circle, what our agent's name is, and who the buyers are, and the exclusive representation is for certain areas or a listing area that they're looking for an effective date. If we're going to have an automatic renewal, we do a check mark. And in compensation, I took almost a whole full page and condensed it down into this. It says the buyer's agent is going to be compensated. How they're going to be compensated is listed here. And then what I finished the first page with is some important things are the agent's duties, the sponsoring broker duties, and the buyer duties, and obviously our non-discrimination clause that we put in here. The last page is just a signature page. So what we're going to do is have this conversation with the client and go through these items. And I have two options for this. We can either use it as a precursor to having them signing the existing buyer's agreement, or this is a standalone document. The challenge that I have with the buyer's agreement as it stands is, as an agent for 20 years, I had to read through that document 7 times to figure out all the wheretofores and whereases that the attorneys put in it. to be protecting everybody. And I certainly recognize that we all need to be protected, the sponsoring broker, the broker company, and the agent. So one option would be that this would be the entire the buyer's agreement, or this could be an explanation point that we would have on them. The next thing I would propose is everything else that's in this buyer's agreement be provided to the buyer as a website link for more information. Lenders do it, car companies do it. When you buy a phone, they ask you if you want to buy the phone. Then they give you a 30-page of legalese that at the bottom of it you sign, "We agree." This is all the information that that we would have in the existing buyer's agreement. So I wanted to share this with you because I'm really challenged with, number one, being able to provide our worth, which is going to be more important now than ever, and also really getting our buyer to understand what they're agreeing to. I really am challenged that this 4-page document filled with attorney words is going to be something that's going to be palatable to the average buyer. And what I got out of many podcasts that I've been watching is that the successful agent, you're going to have two agents that are going to be potentially working with a buyer. One buyer's agent is going to have a 4-page legalese document that is going to scare the most savvy people, and the other agent is going to have something that is more palatable, understandable, and can get through in a relatively quick period of time. Because even though we do a pre-qualification over the phone with the people and explain to them how the buyer's agent works, we need to sit down with them somewhere, and it's usually going to be in the car, on the hood of the car, or in the house when we first get there. But we really should do all of this stuff prior. So let's say we're going to do it in the car, on the hood of the car. I just don't see the capacity of trying to explain a 4-page legalese document as opposed to making it easier for the buyer to comprehend and to move forward with the showing of the property. And at the end of the day, we put a disclosure in there that, or an announcement in there, that if the buyer has any problem after they've read everything that they need to read on here and they don't feel comfortable or they have questions, they can call us within an allotted period of time or not move forward with the contract. So I'm sending this as a video because I've got a lot of words in here that I'm trying to explain, but I think we need a vehicle to make this process a little more palatable to the public that we're working with, and it serves the purpose of giving them a better understanding of what we're sharing with them. Expecting them to read a legalese document, I just think it's a bit of a non-starter. I know we need to protect ourselves, and this would have to go through Century 21 Circle, attorneys, and gosh knows who else. But this is just a roadmap of a thought that I have, and I'm just interested if you think it's got any legs to move it forward. But thank you for your time.